primary element. Weather is nothing more than the various elements that make it up, as well as they interact with each other to produce various atmospheric conditions and weather events. All weather is driven by 8 basic element factors. These primary elements include temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, precipitation, humidity, visibility, clouds, and duration of sun. Temperature is a measure of the amount of kinetic energy in the air that manifests physically as heat or cold. The Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin scales are commonly used to measure temperature. A thermometer is a device that is used to measure temperature. In more practical terms, kinetic energy is created when particles in the air move or vibrate at a given speed. The temperature rises as the particles begin to move or rotate faster. The temperature begins to drop as the particles begin to slow. Atmospheric pressure. This is another important aspect of weather. It is air pressure, which is especially important when it comes to establishing or changing atmospheric conditions. It's also one of the most important factors in precise weather forecasting. The pressure formed by the weight of air in the Earth's atmosphere is known as air pressure. It is also known as barometric pressure, named after the device that measures air pressure. Air has weight, even if it isn't apparent, because it isn't empty. It's filled with oxygen, nitrogen, argon, carbon dioxide, and a few more gases in the microscopic particles. Due to the gravitational force of the Earth, the weight of the particles in the air causes pressure. Because there is more air above the air near the ground, air pressure is higher. Wind. One of the key driving causes of weather is air movement, which is wind. The wind is responsible for the bulk of major and even extreme weather occurrences such as cold and warm fronts, clouds, thunderstorms, and hurricanes. The wind is the large-scale movement of air in the atmosphere from a high-pressure location to a low-pressure area. The distance between low and high-pressure areas, as well as the difference in air pressure, define the wind speed and strength. The anemometer is a device that measures wind speed. A wind vane, also known as weather vane, is a device also used to determine the direction of wind and the speed. Precipitation. Precipitation in water is water in all of its forms, which is generated when water vapor condenses into a solid form and falls to the earth when it gets too heavy to remain suspended in the air. Rain, snow, hail, and graupel are all examples of the precipitation. Evaporation and condensation are the primary causes of precipitation, and rainfall measures instrument are a rain gauge, which is a device that measures rainfall. It's essentially a rain gauge that collects rain and calculates the amount that falls over a given period of time. Humidity not only influences weather formation, but also has a direct impact on our bodily comfort levels. Humidity refers to the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere at any given time. Water vapor is simply water that has turned into gas after liquid has evaporated. That is, despite the fact that humidity and its effects may typically be felt, they are usually imperceptible to the naked eye. Imperceptible. The hygrometer is a device that measures wind speed. Wind speed is measured in humidity is measured using the hygrometer. Now the visibility. This is the degree to which an object can be observed over a given distance. When circumstances such as mist, haze, fog, and freezing drizzle are present, this measurement is critical since visibility can be significantly hampered. The necessity of being able to measure this factor is sometimes overlooked. It's especially useful in environments where visibility is critical, such as airports and harbors, where it's literally a matter of life and death. Visibility measuring instrument is the forward scatter sensor. It is used to detect visibility. And now clouds. Clouds are water droplets or waters in various states such as ice and snow crystals that form when water vapor reaches a point where it can no longer continue in a gaseous state. When assessing weather conditions with only visual references, knowing how to identify a specific type of cloud and the weather connected with it can be extremely useful. And now cloud measurement. Cloud is measured using the weather satellites and radars. These are the modern devices that measure clouds, which meteorologists employ to analyze clouds in depth. Cloud density, moisture content, temperature, and movement may all be reliably measured using satellite and radar imagery. And now the duration of sunshine as an element of weather, the length of time the Earth's surface is directly exposed to solar radiation is known as the sunshine duration. It is also known as sunshine hours, and it's measured of how much sun you get in a given amount of time, generally in hours per day or year or months. Solar duration has an impact on other meteorological elements which can alter the overall makeup of the weather. Because of this, it is far more powerful and influential force that you might assume. Sunshine measuring instrument. Sunshine recorders, more precisely Campbell strokes recorders, are instruments that are used to record the length of time that the sun is visible. And now Campbell stroke recorders are made up of spherical lens that focuses sunlight on a certain type of tape to determine its length. And that's the end of our topic.